According to recent numbers reported by Porsche, group operating profit for the first 9 months of 2025 fell 99% to 40 million from 4 billion a year earlier, cutting the operating margin to 0.2% from 14%. So, what happened? In 2019, Porsche wants to prove it can shape the future. The company unveils the Taycan, its first fully electric sports car. Sleek, powerful, and futuristic, the Taycan is more than just a car. It's a statement. Porsche is telling the world, we can go electric without losing our soul. At the same time, the Cayenne and Macan SUVs are carrying the company's sales. Families, business leaders, and luxury buyers love them because they combine Porsche's sporty DNA with everyday comfort. The 911, the timeless icon, continues to be the heartbeat of the brand. In 2019, Porsche delivers 280,000 cars worldwide, showing steady growth and strong demand across Europe, North America, and China. Then comes 2020, and the world changes. COVID-19 sweeps across the globe. Showrooms close, factories slow down, and uncertainty hangs in the air. Many carmakers suffer heavy losses. But Porsche shows resilience. The Cayenne remains a bestseller, and the Taycan, despite being new, becomes a symbol of hope. Customers see it as proof that Porsche can innovate even in crisis. Inside the company, engineers and managers work under pressure, but they keep pushing forward. Porsche doesn't retreat. It invests in electrification and digitalization, preparing for the future even while the world is locked down. By 2021, Porsche roars back stronger than ever. The company delivers 300,000 cars, a new record. The Taycan Cross Turismo expands the EV lineup, appealing to adventurous drivers who want both speed and versatility. The 911 continues to shine, reminding everyone that Porsche's heritage is alive and well. Financially, Porsche posts rising profits, proving it can thrive even in uncertain times. Customers are loyal, investors are impressed, and the brand's reputation for quality and innovation grows. The stage shifts to September 29, 2022. Porsche, the jewel of German engineering, steps into the spotlight with its initial public offering. The offer price is set at 82.50 per share, valuing the company at nearly 75 billion. It's one of the largest IPOs in Europe's history. Investors rush in. The IPO raises 9.1 billion, giving Porsche new independence and flexibility. Meanwhile, the cars keep rolling. In 2022, Porsche delivers 310,000 vehicles worldwide, another record. The Taycan continues to impress as Porsche's electric pioneer, while the Cayenne and Macan SUVs remain the backbone of sales. The 911, timeless as ever, reassures purists that Porsche's DNA is intact. Then comes 2023, the year of celebration. Porsche marks 75 years of sports cars and 60 years of the 911. The company delivers 320,000 cars, its highest ever. Customers line up for SUVs, sports cars, and EVs alike. The Taycan becomes a symbol of Porsche's ability to blend tradition with innovation. Financially, Porsche is at its peak. Profits soar, margins are among the best in the industry, and analysts hail Porsche as a model of how to balance heritage with future technology. The IPO stock holds steady, and confidence is sky high. The year is 2024, and the glow from Porsche's IPO triumph is beginning to fade. What once looked like unstoppable momentum now shows cracks. At first, the numbers seem only slightly off, but beneath the surface, the problems are far more serious. The biggest shock comes from China, Porsche's most important market. Sales there collapsed by 28%. For years, Chinese buyers had been a pillar of Porsche's growth. Now demand evaporates. Customers complain that Porsche's electric cars are too expensive, too limited in range, and not competitive against local EV makers. Profits tumble more than 25% and revenue drops by 5%. Investors, once thrilled by Porsche's IPO, begin to worry. The stock price slides below its launch value, a symbolic blow to confidence. Inside Porsche, tension rises. Engineers struggle with electrification challenges. The Taycan, once hailed as a hero, faces criticism for charging issues and reliability concerns. The upcoming electric Macan, meant to be a savior, is delayed and faces skepticism. Executives try to reassure investors, pointing to Porsche's heritage and strong SUV sales in Europe and North America. But whispers grow louder. Has Porsche lost its magic? The year opens with tension in the air. Porsche, once the pride of Europe's luxury car market, is now fighting for survival. The numbers tell the story. Profits sink 71% in the first half of 2025, a shocking reversal for a company that had been one of the most profitable automakers in the world. By the second quarter, things get worse. Operating profit collapses by 91%, leaving investors stunned. Then comes the hammer blow. In the third quarter, Porsche reports a €1.1 billion loss. For a brand that had celebrated record highs just 2 years earlier, the fall is breathtaking. The root of the crisis lies in China, Porsche's largest market. Deliveries there plunge by 42% as local EV makers outpace Porsche with cheaper, more advanced models. Customers complain that Porsche's electric cars, once symbols of innovation, feel overpriced and underwhelming. The Taycan, once a hero, is now seen as flawed. The electric Macan, meant to be a savior, struggles to win buyers. Meanwhile, tariffs in the United States cost Porsche around $400 million, adding to the pain. Global deliveries fall sharply, with only 210,000 cars sold in the first 9 months of 2025. Inside the company, the mood is grim. Longtime executives resign. CFO Lutz Meschke and sales chief Detlev von Platten step down, signaling deep instability. Investors lose faith, and Porsche's stock price plunges to €44.35, nearly half of its IPO value. Finally, the inevitable happens. Oliver Blume, the CEO who had led Porsche through its golden years and the IPO triumph, steps aside. His departure marks the end of an era. Into the spotlight steps Michael Leiters, a man with Ferrari and McLaren experience, tasked with reviving Porsche's DNA and restoring its soul. For years, Porsche has always held a really sweet spot in the market. It was the natural step up from BMW car or an Audi. They were usable, reliable, refined, and still thrilling to drive. You just had to love driving to appreciate it. Porsche always stood out by offering sports cars that felt special and worked as real-world daily drivers. Reliable enough to commute, comfortable enough for road trips, still sharp enough to carve up a mountain pass on the weekend. That identity is what built the brand. One of the charm of Porsche was the speed and performance of a Ferrari without the snooty and elitism of the brand. Michael Leiters has the right background to restore Porsche's DNA, but success depends on whether he can make electric Porsches feel as iconic as the 911 while fixing the company's financial crisis. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. It really means a lot. See you in the next one.